Here's a truth most men never hear, so listen closely. If you're over 60 and find your energy fading before noon, your drive slipping away, and performance not what it used to be, the real culprit might not be age at all. It could be the vegetables you're missing from your plate. I'm Dr. Mark, a men's health expert with over 3 decades of experience helping men restore confidence, strength, and vitality without drugs, gimmicks, or shame. I've seen what truly works and what doesn't. And today, I'm going to share something rarely discussed by most physicians. These 3 ordinary vegetables can naturally raise your hormones, enhance blood flow, and reignite stamina you thought was gone. One is so powerful for circulation that some call it nature's Viagra. Another works quietly behind the scenes to lift your testosterone. And the third provides your body with high-grade energy without crashes or blood sugar spikes. But here's the catch. To get real results, they must be eaten at morning, noon, and night. It's not just what they are, it's when and how. Within just 7 days, you could start feeling stronger, more alive, and full of youthful energy. So stay with me. By the end of this video, you won't just have a food list, you'll have a daily game plan to get your power back. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. If you're a man over 60 and serious about getting your energy and strength back, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, drop a 0 so I can keep improving these videos for you. Let's start with blood flow, because it's the foundation of male vitality after 60. Without solid circulation, energy, confidence, and performance can fade fast. And there's one vegetable that switches your circulation back on. Most men ignore it, but use it right, and you'll feel the difference in just days. Let me tell you what it is and why it might be the most important thing you eat this week. The first veggie is the circulation booster. I met a man named Gerald when I was in my late 30s. Calloused hands, gravel voice, he was 64, a proud father of 4, spent decades building homes. But that day wasn't about old injuries. "Doc, I don't feel like a man anymore," he said softly, leaning in. "The fire's gone out." I hear that line more often than you'd think. Men walk into my office looking for a magic pill or testosterone shot and are shocked by what I tell them. For most, it's not low hormones, it's poor blood flow. That's holding them back. When circulation slows, everything slows, energy drops, erections weaken, focus fades. You start feeling like a shadow of your former self. But the good news? A natural fix has been sitting in front of us all along. No expensive meds, no fake powders. You won't even need a prescription. Beets, yes, the humble beet is one of the most powerful nitric oxide boosters nature provides. The nitrates in beets convert to nitric oxide in your body, opening up blood vessels and improving circulation head to toe. And when the blood starts flowing again, everything starts changing. Asterisk. Strain on your heart eases. More oxygen reaches your muscles. And yes, even your performance in the bedroom often begins to improve faster than most men expect. I remember telling Gerald about this. At first, he chuckled. "You're saying a vegetable can do what Viagra couldn't?" He asked. I smiled and said, "Give it a week." For 7 days, I had him drink a small glass of beet juice in the morning or add half a cup of cooked beets to lunch. No pills, no pressure. Just try it. 2 weeks later, he walked back in with a grin on his face. "Doc," he said, "my wife says thank you, but I still don't know what kind of magic you put in those things. This isn't rare." Multiple studies show that for men over 60, beets can improve vascular health, lower blood pressure, and boost stamina. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet, just one simple addition a day. Blend them, oil them, roast them. Add a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of salt, and they become part of your recovery, part of your return. You start to feel like yourself again. But don't forget this. Improving blood flow isn't just about feeling better. It's about living better. Walking gets easier. Climbing stairs doesn't feel like a burden. Even holding your partner's hand feels more meaningful. You're no longer dragging yourself through the day. You're leading it with strength. That's what real power is. It's not just about lasting longer. It's about living deeper. And something as simple as beats can be the beginning of that journey. What fuels your inner fire? If circulation is the foundation, what fuels your drive, confidence, and quiet strength that lasts? That would be your hormones. And theirs. Another overlooked vegetable that's been quietly helping boost testosterone in men for years. It's time we give it the respect it deserves. Let me explain. This is the second vegetable, the hormone helper. I'll never forget the day Martin came into my office. He was 68, still sharp, still witty. But the spark in his eyes had dulled. "Doc," he said, looking at me, "I feel like I'm fading. I'm not depressed, not really. I just wake up tired. I have no urge to do anything. My fire's gone. I'm here, but I'm not." It takes courage to speak that honestly. And like most men, Martin didn't realize that testosterone, the powerful male hormone, is often behind this quiet decline in drive, energy, and desire. I'm not talking about extreme treatments or bodybuilder-level hormones. I'm talking about your natural baseline, a silent force that gives you strength, emotional steadiness, and clarity when you wake. The challenge? After 60, testosterone levels begin to fall. Quietly, gradually, and after a while, you barely recognize the man staring back at you in the mirror. But here's the good news. You don't need injections or risky treatments to support your hormones. Sometimes a simple change in your diet is enough. And that change starts with spinach. Yes, the very leafy green you might have hated as a kid is now your best friend. Spinach is loaded with magnesium, a key mineral that helps your body unlock and use bound testosterone. Bound testosterone can't do its job. But when you eat magnesium-rich foods like spinach, your free testosterone levels rise. You feel the difference: better mood, higher energy, sharper focus, and a stronger sense of self. But there's more. Spinach is also rich in folate, which supports your blood and nerve health. And like beets, it contains plant-based nitrates that help improve blood flow. Asterisk spinach is also one of the few foods that naturally supports prostate health, a gland closely tied to hormone balance and male vitality. I told Martin to start simple: 1 cup of cooked spinach a day. Toss it into a smoothie, mix it with your morning eggs, or saute it with olive oil and garlic. He raised an eyebrow. "That's it?" I nodded. "That's it. But do it every day. See, your body remembers what strength feels like. It just needs the right signal." 3 weeks later, Martin returned. His eyes were sharper. He stood taller. "I've been walking more," he said, "sleeping better. Even been flirting with my wife again. I feel alive, but she's suspicious." That's the effect spinach can have, quiet but powerful. It's not flashy. It's not trendy. But it works. Not because it's magical, but because it gives your body something it's been missing. We're told to expect less as we get older, to accept fatigue, frustration, and decline. But I'm here to tell you, your hormones don't have to crash. You can support them gently and naturally by giving your body what it used to thrive on: nutrients that reinforce masculinity from within. Now, while spinach helps reignite your inner fire, there's another vegetable that keeps the external flame burning. It fuels your stamina, regulates your blood sugar, and sustains your energy from morning to night. It's not red or leafy, but it holds the key to lasting endurance and better mood. In fact, many men say they feel the difference in just 3 days. Let's talk about it. The third vegetable, your endurance engine. A few years ago, I met Charles. He was 71, a retired firefighter, tough as nails. But when he sat down across from me, I could see the weight he was carrying. "Doc," he said, "I'm not tired because I'm lazy. I'm tired because I just can't seem to get my energy back, no matter what I do. I try to walk more, eat less, but by midday, I'm wiped out." I hear that story often. It's one of the most common complaints I get from men over 60. Not just physical fatigue, emotional fatigue too. That uphill feeling where each day requires more and more effort. And believe it or not, age isn't always the root cause. It's how your body manages energy. Most men don't realize that after 60, blood sugar regulation starts to shift. Even small imbalances can trigger brain fog, mood dips, sudden crashes, and when your energy goes, everything suffers. Stamina, intimacy, motivation, even your desire to connect. But there's one vegetable that helps stabilize all of this. You won't hear about it in headlines, but you should. Sweet potatoes. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Aren't those carbs? Aren't carbs the enemy? Not this one. Sweet potatoes are one of the cleanest, most powerful natural energy sources you can eat. Thanks to their low glycemic index, they release energy slowly and steadily. No spike, no crash. Just clean burning fuel. Plus, they're packed with potassium, a mineral vital for heart rhythm, muscle contractions, and fluid balance. A single medium sweet potato actually has more potassium than a banana with less sugar. Combine that with fiber, antioxidants, vitamin A, and manganese, and what you get is more than just food, it's fuel. Charles wasn't so sure when I suggested sweet potatoes. "I thought carbs were bad," he told me. I gave him the same answer I'll give you now. Your body doesn't want fewer calories. It wants better fuel. Fuel that lasts. Fuel that burns clean. For lunch or dinner, I had Charles roast a small sweet potato with sea salt and a drizzle of olive oil. Nothing fancy, just real food, real nourishment. 2 weeks later, he came back and said something I'll never forget. "I don't nap in the afternoon anymore. I've been fixing things around the house again." My wife's stunned. She keeps asking who this new guy is. That's what the right foods can do. It's not about eating less, it's about eating smarter. Sweet potatoes fuel your brain to think clearly, give your hormones the balance they need, and supply your muscles with the strength to move. But here's the real power. It's the combination of all three vegetables: sweet potatoes, spinach, and beets. Hormones, endurance, circulation. It's like reviving an old engine that still has thousands of miles left in it. But here's the key. It's not about eating them once. It's about making them part of your routine. That brings us to what I call the vegetable protocol. Without touching a single pill, you can reclaim your energy, stamina, and confidence through a simple but powerful daily plan. When you combine these foods the right way, incredible things start to happen. So listen closely. Let's break it down. Vegetable number 4, the protocol itself. When men come to me feeling drained, irritable, or stuck, what they're really asking is, where do I even start? Finding the right foods is only half the battle. The other half is learning how to use them to meet your body's needs. Because, let's face it, what worked at 30 doesn't work the same at 60. That's why I give them a clear path, not guesswork. I call it the vegetable protocol. It's not a strict diet. It's not about cutting out your favorite meals or counting calories. It's about building your meals with intention, using these 3 powerful vegetables to support your blood flow, boost your energy, and reignite your performance in a way that lasts. And I've seen it work over and over in real lives, real relationships, and real mornings where a man wakes up and feels strong again. The process is simple. Start your morning with half a cup of cooked beets or a small glass of beet juice. It wakes up your blood vessels, jumpstarts circulation, and sends oxygen exactly where it's needed. I often tell my patients, like flipping the switch on your body's power grid. At lunchtime, eat 1 full cup of cooked spinach. Whether in an omelet, sautéed with garlic, or blended into a smoothie, this habit begins rebuilding your hormone foundation. It may first show up as better focus or improved mood, but day by day, your testosterone support strengthens. Then at dinner, bring in your endurance fuel. Add half a baked sweet potato. It gives your body a steady supply of energy to wind down gently without crashing. Plus, it helps prevent those nighttime blood sugar dips that leave you waking up groggy or restless. But here's the thing. It's not just the vegetables that make this powerful. It's the timing and the rhythm. Each one supports the other. When you energize your circulation in the morning, nourish your hormones at midday, and boost your endurance at night, you're not just eating better. You're realigning your body with its natural rhythms. And here's the part most men love. You don't need to wait months to notice a difference. Within 7 days, most feel the shift. A bit more clarity in their mind, a spring in their step, a glimmer of fire returning to their eyes. And the longer you keep going, the better it gets. This is about momentum, about food that fuels your comeback instead of feeding your decline. Asterisk men in their 70s have told me they're hiking again, back in the garden, and even reconnecting intimately, something they once believed was behind them. They're stepping into their power, not chasing youth, but embracing a quiet strength. A strength that shows up when the body gets what it's been asking for all along. The veggie protocol isn't about turning back the clock. It's about moving forward with intention and clarity. And the best part? You don't have to wait. You can begin today. No doctor's note, no magic pill. But before we close, I want to leave you with one final thought. Food is just the beginning. If you want lasting, meaningful change, there's one more piece to the puzzle. It's not something you'll find in your kitchen, but once you unlock it, everything else starts to click. We'll talk about that next dot in closing. Let me say this. I've spent over 3 decades in this field. I've looked into the eyes of thousands of proud, capable men. And even though they used different words, they all told me the same thing. I don't feel like myself anymore. Sometimes it was sheer fatigue. Sometimes it was a missing spark. Sometimes it was just that quiet, dull ache that something inside had dimmed. And my answer has never changed. You're not broken. You're not done. Your body still has life in it. It's still capable of strength, clarity, connection. It just needs the right tools. These 3 vegetables aren't trendy, exotic, or hyped. They work. Beets to open up the channels of blood flow, the power lines of performance. Spinach to reignite your hormones and restore that inner fire. Sweet potatoes to ground you in lasting energy and balance throughout the day. And when they're combined through the vegetable protocol morning, noon, and night, they create a rhythm your body can trust. Not a diet, not perfection, just consistency. Just nourishment that fuels rather than drains. Because this isn't only about physical health. It's about rising out of that quiet discouragement, the one that whispers, "This is just how aging is." I've seen men break free from that story. I've seen their posture lift, their eyes regain spark, their marriages come back to life. I've had men tell me they're walking without pain again, feeling more confident in the bedroom, looking in the mirror and seeing someone they thought was long gone. This isn't about chasing your 25-year-old self. It's about reclaiming your power, your clarity, your presence. That version of you, he's still there. He's just been waiting for you to show up, to believe again, to stay consistent, to feed him well. So start simple. Start today. A glass of beet juice, half a sweet potato, a cup of spinach. Every bite is a vote for the man you still are not, and if no one said it to you in a while here, it's from me now. You can change at any age. This is only the beginning. Let's walk this road together. One plate, one step, one grounded and powerful day at a time. If this message spoke to you, like this video. Share it with a man who needs to hear it. And drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from and what stage of the journey you're on. Let's build this community of strength together. Additionally, if you think that man over 60 should have access to this kind of empowering, honest content, please think about making a small payment to support our continued production of videos that benefit you and people just like you. You have no idea how much your support means.